Hi, welcome to Virtual CB1A. This is Miss Rena, and for today's video lecture, we're going to talk about how to find the trigonometric function values and also the missing elements of general triangles. So, ano yung mga missing elements? Kung nawawalan siya ng sides, hahanapin natin yung nawawalang side niya. Kung yung angle niya, hanapin natin yung nawawalang angle niya. For a general triangle, which may or may not have a right angle, we will again need three pieces of information. The four cases are case 1, one side and two angles. Case 2, two sides and one opposite angle. Case 3, two sides and the angle between them. And case 4, three sides. So, we are going to start with the first law out of tatlo yung law na iaano natin na i-discuss yata natin for this week, I think. So, the first of the three, we have law of sines. If a triangle has sides of lengths A, B, and C, opposite the angles, angle A, angle B, and angle C, respectively, then side A over sine angle A is equal to the ratio of B, side B, over sine angle B, which is also equal to side A over sine of angle C. Okay, so we are going to make use of this law in finding the missing sides that will eventually lead us to finding the trigonometric function values of those angles, of the given angles, or of the three angles. Kapag ka meron ka ng measurement nitong mga nitong mga angle na yan, so you can easily use your calculator to find the trigonometric function values, di ba? For example, um, sine A. We know that sine A is equal to sine 41 degrees, which will give us 0.656059. Pero saan yun nanggaling? We are going to discuss law of sines or the proof for the law of sines separately. Hindi natin siya i-discuss dito sa video lecture na to. Kasi ang target lang natin dito ay yung paghahanap ng missing element. So, I will try my best to create the proof for the law of sines. Pero I can promise that I can upload it this week because I am loaded. So, dito muna tayo sa case 1. If you have one side and two angles, kung meron kang isang side lang na given, edi dalawang side yung hahanapin mo. Kung meron kang two angles na given, madaling hanapin yung isa pang angle. Just use the idea that the sum of all the interior angles of a triangle is equal to 180. 'Di ba? So, pwedeng kunin mo na to kaagad para makapili ka or dumami yung option mo sa pag-a-apply ng law of sines. So, sabi ko nga para mas marami tayong option, sige kunin na muna natin si B. So, si B, itong angle B na to, this is equal to, so measurement of angle A plus the measurement of angle B plus the measurement of angle C is expected to give you the value 180, right? So, if you are given with angle A, which is 41 degrees, unknown si B, and measurement of angle C is equal to 75 degrees, all you have to do is to subtract the sum of 41 and 75 from 180. So, sabihan nyo, kuha kayo ng calculator. We have 41 plus 75 will give you 116. So, measurement of angle B plus 116 degrees, 41 and 75 degrees combined is equal to 180 degrees. And to get the measurement of angle B, we have to subtract 116 degrees from both sides. So, that will give us 180 degrees minus 116 degrees. And that will give us the measurement for angle B, 64 degrees. So we know that B is equal to 64 degrees. Now, let's find the measurement of the sides B and C. Ayan. So, dito tayo. Again, this is 64 degrees. So, we were told from the previous page that sine law works this way. Yan. Yung mga ratios daw ng sides over the sine of the angle opposite them are equal. So, at this point, ang gagawin lang natin, substitute lang natin yung mga value. So, meron tayong A over sine A, which is 10 over, ang A natin is 41, so we have here sine 41 degrees, which is equal to B. And we know that angle B is equal to 64 degrees, so we have sine 64 degrees. And then, we have side C, which is unknown, over sine 75 degrees. So, at this point, pwede kayo mag-approximate ng mga value ng sine 41, sine 64, and sine 75 using your calculator. So, the approximated value of, for example, sine 41. 41 sine is 0.6561. Bakit approximated? Napakahaba nung hindi natin mako-cover. Ayan. Kasi titigil lang tayo dito sa tens, hundreds, sa 10,000s. Titigil lang tayo sa 10,000s. We are going to round it off to the nearest 10,000s, which will give us 0.6561. Hindi siya exact, di ba? Kasi ang daming mawawalang figure sa'yo. You can round off to at least, in my own preference to at least 4 decimal places so you can get a value that is close to the exact value that is being asked on the problem. Pero may mas magandang method dito, yung sasagutin mo siya na hindi ka magra-round off in between procedures. Magra-round off ka na lang dun sa final answer. Parang yung ginagawa rin natin sa stat. So, paano gagawin natin yung susunod na step dito? So, you can choose between B and C kung sino yung unang hahanapin mo, but you can never neglect this one. Bakit hindi mo to pwedeng hindi gamitin? Kasi kompleto yung values niya, numerator and denominator. And this will help you find one of the unknowns. Pero hindi sabay. Kasi kung ang gagamitin mo ay itong pangalawang ratio, B over sine 64, at itong pangatlong ratio, C over sine 75, magkakaroon ka ng dalawang unknown, hindi alam na values, B at C. And it will not work that way. Hindi siya magbibigay sa'yo ng value kasi dalawa silang unknown. Dapat isa lang yung nawawala. So, lagi natin gagamitin si A over sine A. And then, pipili tayo kay B at kay C kung sino yung uunahin nating isolve sa kanila. So, i-honor natin yung thought na si sine B, itong nasa baba, ay unknown kanina kasi hindi natin alam si 64, di ba? So, ang piliin muna natin ay itong dalawang ito. So, si 10 over sine 41 at saka si C over sine 75. But if you wish, you can also use B over sine 64 degrees. So, separate natin sila. We have here 10 over sine 41 degrees over C over sine 75 degrees. Again, pwede nyo rin gamitin ito kapartner nitong sine A. Depende kung saan kayo comfortable. You will end up with the same values. Yan, magpapalit. So, gawin natin yung sinasabi kong approach. Yung hindi muna tayo gagamit ng approximation. Doon na lang tayo sa dulo. At this point, you have to remember how PEMDAS works. Okay? Kailangan nyong aralin ulit kung paano nagwo-work si PEMDAS. And of course, aside from PEMDAS, wag din natin kakalimutan yung ibang properties natin sa algebra such as addition property of equality and multiplication property of equality. Useful din yun dito sa trigonometry. So this time, analyze natin, paano natin makukuha yung value nung nawawalang C. Ito kasi yung nawawala, si C. So, paano natin siya makukuha? Using 10, sin 41, at saka sin 75. So, syempre, katulad nung ginagawa natin sa algebra, we have to separate the variable from the other known values. So, ito lang yung unknown si C. Dapat naiwan na lang siya sa isang side, which is the right side. So, tatanggalin natin si sin 75. How are we going to do that? So, we are going to get rid of sin 75 by multiplication property of equality. So, we have to multiply both sides by sin 75 degrees. And we know that sin 75 over sin 75 is 1. So, tanggal na siya. May iwan na lang si C sa right side. We have here sin 75 multiplied by 10 over sin 41 is equal to C. Siyempre, nakadegree sila. So, gamit tayo ng scientific calculator at saka i-apply natin yung idea ng PEMDAS. Kung meron naman tayong scientific calculator, magde-decide na siya para sa sarili niya, susundin na niya agad si PEMDAS. So, we have here sin 75 multiplied by 10 sin 41 degrees. We have sin 75. Make sure that it is in degree mode ulit. You can see that it is equal to 0.965925 or 0.9659 given na kagad sa atin, di ba? But, instead of writing 0.9659 dito, and then getting the quotient of 10, tapos yung approximated value ng sin 41, idiretso natin siya ng computation. So, we have here, sin 75, naka-open and close parenthesis, yung susunod, 10 over sin 41, gawa tayo ng fraction. So, sa taas niya, we have 10. Sa baba niya, we have sin 41. Okay? So, this is going to be the approximated value. It is 14.7231. So, we have here 14 point, ano nga ulit? 7232. 7232 is approximately equal to C. So, medyo malayo siya dun sa magiging value natin. Kung inisa-isa na, mag-iiba yung yung at least this last two digits. Kung nag-approximate na tayo from sin 75 and sin 41 pa lang, pwede nyo rin namang gawin yun. So, ilagay nyo dito 0.9660 times 10, tapos ano ba yung value ni sin 41? Whatever the value of sin 41 is, approximated value. Then, perform division and multiplication. Malapit pa rin naman yung magiging sagot, pero magkaiba sila. But I prefer that you learn how to avoid rounding off in between your calculation kasi mas malinis yung magiging itsura ng solution and also closer yung magiging value nyo sa exact value para dun sa given problem natin. So here, we know that C is equal to 14.7232 units, kung ano mga unit siya. Ngayon, hanapin natin si B. Paano natin mahanap si B? So, pwedeng kahit ano na yung gamitin mo. Pwede nang si A sin A, pwede na rin si C sin C. Kasi may value ka na. But, in honor of A sin A, kasi siya yung binigay sa ating una, siya yung gamitin natin. So we have here. And also, mas madaling gamitin si 10 over sine 41 degrees kasi wala siyang maraming decimal points. So that is the key in solving mathematical problems. Always look for the simpler term or simpler variable. Tapos yun yung isolve nyo. Mas less yung error during computation. So that is just a tip, pero nasa sa inyo pa rin yung final decision kung saan kayo komportable. We have 10 over sine 41 degrees and b over sine 64 degrees. We are going to follow the same procedure na ginawa natin dito. We have to get rid of sine 64 degrees. So we will multiply both sides by sine 64 degrees. Again, wala na dito si sine 64 degrees. You will be left with sine 64 degrees multiplied by 10 over sine 41 degrees, which is equal to b. Yan. Gamitin natin ulit yung calculator natin. Kita nyo naman dito sa sa search bar ko or dito sa HTML bar ko. I am using desmos.com scientific calculator. If you have right mode calculator, better. Kasi mapapractice nyo talaga kung paano gamitin yung mga calculator ninyo. So, clear muna natin yung ating ano ba tawag dito? Window. Clear natin yung window natin. And then, ilipat ko lang to sa kabilang side para kita natin yung sinosolve natin. We have sine 64 times 10 over sine 41. So, write down sine 64. Close natin. Times. Lagay tayo ng fraction. Pagka maglalagay ng fraction, pipindutin nyo lang to. Itong division symbol. Ulitin ko ha. Yan. Pindutin nyo yan. Lalabas na yung division bar. So, we have 10 over sine sine 41. Ayan. And you will see that this whole function is close to but not equal to 13.6999. So this is approximately equal to 13.6999. It is approximately equal to C. So that is how you find the unknown values of a certain triangle. So from here, pwede nyo nang kunin yung lahat ng trigonometric function values niya. Pwede na kayo kumuha ng sine 41, cosine 41. Sa bagay, given naman yun kanina. And for B, pwede nyo na kunin si sine B, cosine B, tangent B, and all the other trigonometric functions.